Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Kerbal Space Program. This is the 6th episode in this series, and it is going to be our second attempt to make it to the moon. And as you can see, my spacecraft is a little bit different. I added extra fuel tanks onto the boosters. This is what I'm calling the booster section. And this whole thing, the whole spacecraft is called Mooner 1. So I'm calling this bottom half the booster section. I added extra fuel tanks to the booster section so that they have longevity. And I added 2 rockets to the sides of my lander. And each of these have 3 landing struts on them. I'm hoping that'll give me plenty of stability when it comes time to land. And theoretically what I'm hoping to do is land this entire thing and then leave these behind and take this part home right here. That is the goal I'm going to go for this time. And as you can see, there are a lot of complex, there are 9 different, this is a 9-stage rocket. Hopefully it'll work. Not really sure if it will or not, but we're going to find out. And I'm probably going to do the same thing I did last episode in this episode. Show you the beginning and then cut out the parts I've shown you before. And if anything explodes, I'll make sure you see that. So right on the launch pad. Ooh, we're launching at night. I like that. I really don't like how floppy this whole thing looks right off the bat. That does not make me happy. So let's turn on our SAS. Put our thrusters on. Should I crank it all the way up? Let's crank it all the way up. We need to get off the ground as best we can. And launch. Alright, we're picking up speed. The liftoff is going a little more smoothly than I expected it to. I thought it would chug a little bit more with that much extra weight. I thought it would chug more on the way up. The first, 100 meters per second. I thought it would take more time for it to reach that. Now, the only thing I'm worried about now is these things, like the boosters falling off and hitting other parts of my spacecraft. Ooh, I didn't anticipate this. My first set of engines ran out. My liquid-fueled engines ran out quicker. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. So I'm going to wait for these solid fuel boosters. Okay, this is not that big of a deal. I'm just holding a little dead weight. Okay, there we go. Dead weight's gone. Yeah, that wasn't good. Okay, I'm going to have to swap that around a little bit maybe. Interesting. With the extra fuel on there, my solid fuel rockets lasted longer than the first stage of liquid fueled rockets, which is not necessarily a good thing. I don't want to abort right here. So, I'm trying to think if I should abort and go back and try again, or just keep going. And right now I'm kind of leaning towards just keeping going because I am starting to get up there. I'm about to burn through my second stage, or my third stage, drop those off, send them back down to Kerbal. And yeah, as you can see right here, every time I'm dropping a stage, it's just my speed is just stagnating until I get a little bit higher and it gets a little bit better. I have to say, it's a little off center, it's a little askew, but I like the way the ship looks physically. It just looks pretty cool. And now that I'm only burning 3 rockets as opposed to the 6 or 7 and 5 I was before, you can see I'm not going through fuel as quickly. Let's take a look at our orbital map, see how that's doing over here. What I'm interested in is my apoapsis here. I want to get that high. I want to just keep going straight up for a ways. Now, theoretically, I just hit the wrong button. Theoretically, I would like to get into orbit with this stage right here. I'm hoping these guys will get me high and fast, and this stage right here, this center stage, these 2 pods and this 1 rocket will get me into orbit. That would leave this entire section right here to get me to the moon and back. And I mean, I am getting pretty high up there, so, and I'm doing okay on fuel. Let's throttle down to conserve our fuel. And yeah, it's starting to push up. I like that. So let's push off to the side a little bit. Try to start to get a good orbit in the works. There we go. That's good. You can see I'm getting hot. The apoapsis is going up, and and as well as I'm pushing the orbit out. I think I just lost my stage. I did. Woo! Oh, that was cool. I don't know why they did that, but they kind of spun off. That was kind of cool. So now I'm hoping this is what I was talking about. I'm hoping this stage right here can get me into a good orbit. That would be absolutely amazing. That's exactly what I want to happen, and I'm hoping I can do that. Theoretically, I keep saying that, theoretically this should work. In theory, it'll work this way. I should be able to do it like this. See, the only problem with this last stage is I was hoping to be a little bit higher because it's pushing all this dead weight right here. I'm calling this dead weight because it's fuel and engines that aren't being burned right now. It's pushing, that one thruster is pushing this whole assembly, plus its own fuel tanks. But it's running through the fuel pretty slowly, so I think I should be okay. And it's already starting to look a little bit better. It is definitely starting to look better. Okay, I think I'm doing okay right now, so I'm going to cut out right here, and I will come back once I reach a stable orbit, so I will be right back. Alright, we're back, and as you can see, I'm just about to hit a burn to go into a lunar capture, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I burned way more fuel than I wanted to getting into orbit, and it made me a little bit nervous about how this whole adventure is going to work. I am definitely nervous. I burned so much more fuel than I expected to just to get into myself into a stable orbit. The thing I'm starting to like about this spacecraft, though, and I might need to tweak it, I might need to change it, I might need to fix that staging problem in the beginning, is that having powerful thrusters for these escape burns seems to be the way to go. A lot of thrust for a short amount of time seems to be the way to really get this to work correctly. Look at how easy that was compared to the time I tried it before, when it was just like 2 solid minutes of burning with that tiny little engine. Alright, we're almost to our capture point, almost to the capture point, and I'm going to try to do this in one go, see if I can hit the moon, which is what I want to do. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but there's that. The burn is complete. We're on an escape vector away from Kerbal towards the moon, and I'm going to show you my fuel. Look at how low it is. Look at how low it is. In a perfect world, I would like to use all of this fuel to land on the moon. And right now it looks like that might just barely be feasible. I have a feeling what's going to happen is these things are going to run out of fuel in the attempt to land, which wouldn't be the worst thing. That's why there is another rocket here. But I think we might be. I'm mildly optimistic for our chances here. So I'm just going to speed this way-ish up. Actually, no. To make this a little easier to see, let's get rid of this and bring this up. Bring that back up. Know what I just realized? Oh, I hope I didn't make a mistake. I'm getting the feeling that I forgot to put lights on this goddamn thing. Without lights, landing on the dark side of the moon would be damn near impossible, so let's try to land on the light side. Whoop! I went past the point I wanted to. I mentioned that before. Hey, whatever you do, don't use too much time compression. And then I went and frickin' used too much time compression. And is that the point I actually wanted? No, I wanted this one right there. I hope I didn't just ham-bone myself there. Alright, let's get this pointed retrograde and burn. I need to get this curved around, and the point I wanted to do that was over here. I passed it. Okay. We're in an orbit. And I think what I want to try to do, I feel like I should go to the dark side of the moon and burn, so I can try, or maybe, I don't know, let's burn a little bit more, try to suck this orbit in a little bit. Barely need to get the engines going to change it. I think this might work, because right now what I'm thinking is I keep burning where I am, and it'll degrade the orbit, so it'll come in, like, over here. So let's burn a little. Burn retrograde, burn retrograde, burn retrograde. There. Perfect. Now let's take a look at our fuel. Do I have any left? I have just the slightest bit of fuel left. And look at that. Oh my god, is that ever beautiful. Look at that. If this was the Milky Way galaxy, that's what this golden, this, like, you know, shimmering band all the way around is what the Milky Way would have looked like, if this is indeed the Milky Way galaxy. Or it could be any, you know, spiral galaxy, but I just that view I had for just a moment there, like, you know, the spiraling arms, you know, shimmering in the distance over the moon and Kerbal right there. Just sometimes the visuals in this game just astound me. Alright, we're going to speed up time because it's going to take a while. And as you can see, it looks like I'm falling. Now what I'm going to want to do is start to turn this craft around back to retrograde. Come on. It's got to be over here. Retrograde's got to be over here somewhere. There's retrograde. I'm looking right down here. Just get it set up for our moon encounter. We're gonna, let's see, gear? Is that it? There we go. Now, I did forget to put lights on. That is why we are doing it this way. Now, I'm hoping that is a perfectly stable landing platform. Nice and wide is what I was looking for, so... And if you'll notice, the landing gear is on these pods right here that are about to run out of fuel. So if they run out of fuel, I can't jettison them. I have to just keep them on there. But I'm going to be falling down towards the moon, so it's not like they're going to detract from me at all. Alright, we're going to speed this. Just keep this sped up until we get closer. Let's put it back on 1 and reorient ourselves to be retrograde. This thing is a little on the fat side. So it's a little sluggish on the turns like that when I'm trying to maneuver it correctly. Just a little bit on the sluggish side there. And as you can see, my orbital speed is increasing because I'm falling down towards the orbital body here. And what I need to hit the ground going like less than 5 meters per second, preferably straight down, which is just hard to do. You saw me do it before, and I'm going to say right now, luck. So let's start this right now. Let's get a little burn going. Get a little bit of burn going. I want to make sure I try to land someplace relatively flat, so I don't want to hit up here. I want to try to hit down here. My pods right here just flamed out. So now we're on our last fuel tank. Little nervous. But we're quickly cutting our speed, which is exactly what we want. We're not burning that hot. Let's burn a little bit hotter, because I want to make sure I don't want to hit this crater over here. I want to hit before the crater. Keep oriented so I'm retrograde, and this retrograde is going to start drifting up this way. That's exactly what I want. And this looks really low, but when I jettison these pods off, then it'll get better. Let's cut the engines. It'll shoot like right up to a pretty good a pretty good amount is when I jettison these. It's just the way the UI here works. Alright. We're heading down to a good spot. I kind of wish they would do something better with the textures, because you can clearly see that they're just, you know, a seamless texture flopped over and over and over and over again. Alright, we're getting low. There's our shadow. Let's cut our speed with a little more thrust. Little more thrust, little more thrust, little more thrust. Alright, now this is not good. I do not want to be drifting this way. Like this. Shit. I'm completely disoriented. Completely disoriented. Oh, shit! Ah, shit. I completed something for that? I could have sworn I just saw the contract completed thing. I don't know what it tried to give me there. Oh, I just got completely disoriented by by the direction of travel and the way the screen was pointed. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Frustrating episode. Now I'm just thinking about what I want to do. I felt like that would have worked. I really feel like that would have worked. Alright, let's just... Well, we gotta revert back to the vehicle assembly. Now clearly one of the things I need to fix in the beginning is the staging here. I need to change these so they're attached to a different area. So I need to move this guy over like this. And that should help. That should help because then there wouldn't be that period where I was dragging dead weight on these engines here. Let's take a look. I don't remember. Let's take off the booster section. I don't remember which kind of engine this was, so I think it was this one. No, I had the right one on there. I had the one I wanted on there, I think. This one has less mass, and more thrust. Less mass, more thrust. I know I don't want... That's the ones I have on the sides here. I don't want that. I kind of feel like I should have the LVT-45 on here. That's the one I really feel like should be on there. I really feel like this has the potential to work correctly, but I just fucked it up. I was trying to think to see if there's... I'm trying to look around, see if there's anything else I need to change. I don't think there is. I feel like this could work. I really, really, really feel like this could work. So what I'm going to do right now, because this is running just a little bit long, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to end this episode. I know it's frustrating. I didn't achieve my goal, and I just created another crater on the moon through my own, inept piloting skills. But I'm going to end this episode here, and next episode what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this into space, and then I'm going to start the episode while I'm heading towards the moon. And that's just so we're not, continuously watching the launching and the getting into orbit, because we've seen that, we know we can do that, we know we're capable. It's just the moon thing. And then what I'm going to do is, if I fail at that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an unmanned probe, send that over, land it on there, and transmit data back to finish off that contract, and we'll move on to something else. That's the plan. So if you've enjoyed this episode, drop me a like. Leave me any comments. If you have any more efficient systems that you're aware of, feel free to let me know. And if you're interested in more daily Benjamin Magnus Plays Kerbal Space program, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you tomorrow.